I'm going to try to look at, in particular, the middle of the field and how we might better exploit it versus the Steelers, how we might have exploited it better versus Cleveland. Um, and it's very, very obvious stuff, but it's there to be had. This outside soft coverage, which turns into cover three, that's another matter, the idea of our receivers being left with that much cushion, but we'll get to that. Early in the game, this defense can't help itself, even with a offensive line that's pass setting. They're just gonna sell out early in a game, especially to come downhill and try to stop the run and read this play fake and read Nick Boyle. The safety goes downhill. You can see, this is the basic thing. This is not top secret by any stretch. Wide open here because of this off coverage and the biting on the run fake. It's got to be set, and the package too plays into that before. But it's got to be a focal point versus Pittsburgh. It's just got to be. Ends up sort of a moot point as the guard gets terribly beaten here. Bozeman does, but yeah, you want him to have more time. He does have Hurst here outside in the flat, if he wants to throw that. But you see him get off of that because the linebacker gives chase and he thinks about the middle of the field. So he comes off of that read. Yeah, and it's unfortunate because he's got him there. It's a better example of the Ravens exploiting the middle of the field and an RPO, or just sticking the ball in the back's belly. And then you can see the coverage on the outside. Again, pretty extreme in terms of being off. An interesting kind of bunch formation. You can see the release here of Nick and Marquise outside really gives Willie a inside release here against. He crosses the linebacker's face, and that's a mismatch. And then the play fake. Part of that too is you can see the center, the Skura, pulls into protection, play fake to the back. Lamar's reading Willie's release, and he's reading the inside linebacker. And there it is. That should be open Sunday versus Pittsburgh. Again, basic stuff, old as the hills, but we need to exploit it. Watch Marquise, too. He cuts this thing across here instead of running upfield. He could be off to the races there. There's a deep safety that you'd have to beat. But, yeah, I mean, you can see that it's multiple guys coming open, especially, again, this extreme kind of off coverage. You can get those linebackers up. You're going to get stuff open in the flats and the middle of the field. So I'd like to intersperse some Steelers stuff. Watch the linebackers react to the lead block by the fullback, the play fake, and come up to get that. Watch the middle of the field. Steelers in a very similar looking coverage with what appears a single high look. Not quite the same in that the 49ers are under center here, but watch the flow of the linebackers. Watch the middle of the field. And we're not revealing any great mystery here. This is, as I said, age-old stuff. But what we're asking is, can the Steelers sort of hold their water, or are they going to overcommit based on the motion of a fullback? And if they do, will the Ravens have things drawn up to exploit the middle of the field? If they're going to play off our receivers, if they're going to line somebody up high out front, and they're going to overreact this way, you want to see the receiver and the quarterback on the same page. Just set up shop right there. You don't need to run the rest of this route. I want to see the Ravens target that area of the field Sunday. So one of the things that everybody's mentioning is that the Browns were playing with a pretty extreme cushion, 10, 11 yards off of Marquise, and on some of the other receivers as well. That should be something built into the look that the quarterback and the receiver have to audible to a different route, let's say. This is 3rd and 7. You can see he runs a deep comeback route, and to be fair, it's open. But there's an argument to be made, I think, for taking what the defense gives you. Once he turns and bails here, or even if he doesn't with that much cushion, that out is going to be open. If you can time that up between quarterback and receiver there, that should be open out to the sticks. Okay. You can see on this particular play, a really nice blitz sort of dialed up, I think, by Cleveland. But Andrews is definitely what Lamar's thinking on third down here. And I think Lamar has a tendency at times to kind of feel, read, see, sense, what have you, the pressure, and he makes these spectacular escapes, and that's part of his game. But I think you could argue here he needs to step into this throw, maybe take a hit. He's got Mark coming open here, and you can see him kind of drop the ball as soon as he kind of feels that right there. Mark's coming out of his break. I think he could probably get this ball out without taking a hit. And the other thing is, too, you could see this on the telecast. Apparently, Lamar thinks he's clear because he resets here, steps up. And if you look at the All-22, he's probably going to get that edge. Once he breaks that tackle, he's probably going to get outside and pick up the first down. So some missed opportunities here, and you want there to be things like things built into a receiver quarterback communication based on coverage. Right here, to me, I'm taking that. One more look, or another look at the middle of the field versus the Steelers is the 49ers. Just making an effort to make those linebackers come up one way or another, and having Pittsburgh sit back in that single high look. That middle of the field should be open, and we'll see. We'll see if the Steelers can react better to this motion, let's say, away from the play. You see the right guard pull. Backside linebackers got to stay home to an extent in case there's a cutback here. But they get him to move. Pittsburgh's got him in man. And 19 crosses the defender's face, 3-step slant. Quarterback does a good job looking this side as if he's reading that side. Ball's out. We'll see. We'll see what the Ravens have sort of schemed up for this part of the field Sunday versus Pittsburgh, and how willing they are to kind of try to make things happen there, and how well the Steelers defend it.